Today, I'm interviewing the boys involved in one of the biggest catches in the history of the Clay Center Kiddie Pond. Usually, fishermen lie about the size of their fish, but that wasn't needed for these three last week located at the pond south of the Clay Center Zoo. Thanks for being here today, guys.
You're welcome.
You're welcome.
You're welcome.
What's your name, grade level, and who are your parents?
I'm Hayes. Going in 5th grade. My parents are Micah, Taylor, and Justin Urban.
My name is Leighton Schwartz. I'm going to 5th grade. My parents are Laura Schwartz and Cody Schwartz.
My name is Baylor. I'm going into 6th grade, and my parents are Jordy and Brett Langvart.
Before we talk about the catch at the kiddie pond last week, let's talk about your background in fishing. How long have you been fishing, and when did you get started?
I probably started when I was 2. My brother taught me, and I always liked it since then. And
I probably started when I was like 3 or 4, and mainly my parents or brother have taught me fishing.
I've been fishing since I was 3, and my dad taught me how to fish.
Same with me, except I probably started around 5 or 6. We didn't go fishing that often, but my dad and brother taught me how to fish. What is your favorite place to fish? Rivers, ponds, or lakes?
My grandpa has a pond. It's really good. We catch 32. Sometimes we catch 32 crappie. Sometimes a whole bunch of bass and really big bluegill.
Probably the kiddie pond or river.
Oh, sorry. You go.
I like fishing at ponds, mostly my crappie pond.
And I know, Hayes, you go to the river a lot also.
The river's behind my house.
Yeah, so you go there a lot. What kind of poles and reels do you like to use?
Depends. Bass fishing, bait casters, catfish fishing, spinning reels, heavy duty spinning reels. Mostly 10-footers.
Probably like the same that he said.
I like using a lot of spinning reels, but bass I'll use a bait caster.
Yeah. What about lures? What is your go-to lure?
For bass fishing, probably Senko. Catfish fishing, depends. At the river, goldfish. At the kiddie pond, shad.
Probably for bass, I would probably go with like maybe, I can't think what it's called. Maybe like a crawfish soft plastic.
I like to use grubs for bass, and then catfish I like to use live bait.
Yeah, I just go to kiddie pond. I stick to hot dogs, what everyone uses.
Always catches totals.
Yeah.
Or some catfish.
Yeah, if I'm trying to catch some bluegill or something, I'll use worms. But
Yeah, that is true.
not including fish at the kiddie pond, was the best catch you've ever had?
Probably the one at the river. I caught it at a tournament. It was a 36-pounder.
For me, it's probably at the river. It was probably 40 or 30 some pounds.
At the river, I caught a 30-pounder.
So you guys all go fishing a lot
Yes.
and catch some pretty big fish. Let's see here. Let's talk about the fish you caught last week. What kind of fish was it, and how much did it weigh?
It was a blue, and a guy who does a football ref, he put it in there.
Anything else?
How much did it weigh?
75 pounds. That's what we think.
And what kind of fish was it?
Blue cat.
Whose rod was it, and what did you have on it for bait?
It was my 10-foot rod. I call it Big Boy. It's really big. And Baylor, we were about done with bait, and Baylor put on probably 34, or probably like a 5-inch bluegill. Really small. The
It was
smallest.
dead too.
The smallest one out of the pack, and then, yeah.
You guys want to add anything on that?
Literally, well, when these two were about to go catch some more bait, I said pull, pull, pull. Yeah, then pull started bending. Then we
Yeah, I
reeled
bet.
it in.
Yes.
Why do you think hot dogs seem to work best for fish at the kiddie pond?
Maybe like the smell, or they're just like meat.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Like
there's
it
like
smells. If it smells, they love it.
Mhm.
yeah, for some reason.
Yeah, I have no idea. I don't know. Apparently there's
Oh yeah, the rod's called. It has Oklahoma on it, and it has a polar bear on it.
like I don't know. Like I've never heard of any other pond that just catfish love hot
Yeah,
dogs.
same.
It's kind of weird.
I do.
Let's see here. When did you know it was going to be a really big fish?
It made a splash, and it made a big splash. It made probably this big of waves, and we knew that was a big fish.
But and plus, at first we thought it was a turtle, but then we realized once it made the big splash, it was a giant catfish.
That and the bubbles. It a lot
Yes.
of bubbles coming up.
Yep.
The biggest fish I've ever caught at the kiddie pond was like, what do we catch? 12 pound.
Not bad.
So that's
Dinkosaurus.
But it was a channel.
Yeah.
Oh.
let's see. How long did it take to get it on the bank?
Probably like
10 minutes.
7 minutes.
7 or 10.
I looked at the pictures. And it
So
was
7.
7.
minutes.
Yeah, 7.
I did not fight at all. But if it was a real,
But it was really heavy.
yeah, I think it was starting to like make a net. And I think it just got done laying eggs.
Yeah.
Was there any? Oh, sorry. Once it was close, how'd you get the fish out of the water?
And we got up to the bank, and he stuck his hand down, and it bit his hand. And
Tore it up.
I rolled it up all the way to
Gave
the
it-
bank, and I threw it. Baylor hold just took out my socks, took out my shoes, dove in,
Hayes-
jumped in there, got his things,
Then he
And then-
needed help. Then I pulled
and
it.
I got it, and then we started to carry up
Me
the
and
bank,
pulled it.
and then I slowly got it up, and he had to get the tail.
It was heavy.
Oh, did any of you, or did both, or was it just Hayes that reeled it in, or did multiple of you?
I did.
I helped a little at
He
the start,
said it.
and I started reeling in a little.
And then you gave it to Hayes?
Yes.
Yeah.
Because
Okay.
it's his pull.
Was there anyone else at the pond that day? What
No.
did they think
Nope.
about their catch? Oh.
Oh,
well,
a kid, right when we got it in,
Landon.
a kid, what is his name?
Landon.
Landon.
Riles.
He came right when we got it on bank.
And he was like, that's really cool. He was surprised.
You never seen that fish come out of the pond?
That'd be a lot of kids would come around if there was like 10 kids there.
Yeah.
Yeah, then the couple days after, I saw like 10 kids go.
Really?
But they left after like 10 minutes.
It was
Yeah.
They didn't catch anything. Yeah,
Yeah.
some days it's really packed.
Yeah. Like I've never been there when it's really packed. I've always been there when it's just like 1 or 2 people.
Yeah.
After you took the photo, what'd you do with the fish? Was it still alive?
We took it to shade. Then we broke it to the faucet 'cause we didn't want it to die. We had
Yep.
some water on it. Then my dad and his
grandma.
grandma came and we took some pictures. And my dad had to lift it up, and he even said
It was heavy.
He can lift He can lift like over 100 pounds. But he said that was pretty heavy. He couldn't lift it one hand, and he can lift like 60 pounds easily with one hand.
So, I mean, you don't know the exact weight.
No.
Because didn't the weigh thing
Kind of
scale
broke.
broke.
Yeah, it broke.
It kind of cracked.
Yeah.
So you were just guessing it's about 75. But
Yeah.
It
it's
said that. Then
it's
the
def-
tail was still on the ground, and then we laid it back down, and
Then it just broke and it
and
started
then it
going
just
to.
broke. Like the screen like made it all foggy.
And it just cracked.
Yeah.
it's crazy.
Yep.
What did you think when you saw your photo in the Clay Center regional newspaper?
Well, we were like, this would definitely make, we were hoping it would make, like, definitely that.
And I'm not really shocked. I've been catching big ones out of that pond
Same.
since I was little.
Same.
Me and my brother Chase always has been.
Yeah. And me and my parents have for a while. I mean, not my parents, but I have.
Yeah.
And your brother.
Yeah, Cooper has too.
What kind of comments have you had from friends and community?
I've been having, man, that's a big fish. How do you get out the bag?
Yes.
Same.
A lot of them.
How
do you
heavy
get
is
it
it?
off?
That's the only thing that's the only thing that like really has been typing.
Yeah, because they're all shocked. How did these boys get out of the water?
Wow.
Some people thought it was fake
That's-
online.
Yeah, some people
Some people commented that it was fake. I was like, how do we make it
Is
fake?
this photoshopped?
Yeah, guys, somebody said, is this photoshopped or what?
Yeah, that's exactly what my parents said. How'd you guys get it out of the water like that?
Yeah.
Let's see here. Last question. What advice do you have for other kids who might not be having the same success that you're having?
Go to the creek. If you're not having catching fish at the zoo, just go to the creek.
And catch some small bluegill just
about
for fun.
And really big bullheads. You always catch fish there.
At the kiddie pond, what advice do you have for them if they're not catching anything?
Try. This is what I do. We're not catching fish. We just put rods somewhere. Like the dock really works good. The rocks works good. That's in the benches, like where you sit at.
Mm-hmm.
That works good too. Those are my go three.
It's crazy that it's called the kiddie pond, but there's 75-pound catfish in there.
It should be called the kid pond.
The big cats.
Yeah, the big cats.
Or like
a good
a
name.
pond. Well, I really want people to add like a lot more bass to it.
Yes, there's no
We need to
bass.
stock it with bass.
And I think what they should do is like 20 and bigger they should get it out of there. Or like
Why?
I'm just saying,
Maybe
'cause
40
we don't-
and bigger. 40 and
maybe
bigger.
40 and bigger we should get out because they're not really fun when it eats all the bass. That's the main
yeah,
thing.
it's eating all of like the smaller fish.
Yeah, it's good to catch, you're excited when you catch the fish, but then there's no bass left.
Yeah, or like bluegill
So
or
there's a downside and an
Yeah.
upside of it.
For anyone who's watching that has the power to change the name of the kiddie pond, what was the name you came up with?
I wish it was called the big pond or the big cat's pond.
Yeah.
If someone hears that
Please.
out there, change that name.
The
Okay.
kiddie pond.
Thanks for being on, guys. I appreciate it.
You're
Yep.
welcome.
You're welcome.
Pretty
Well-
impressive that you caught that fish.
I know.
Thanks for watching, everybody, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.
Peace. Subscribe.
Peace.